Welcome in, folks. It is time for the AS3 Harpoon Design Cup Series here from world-famous Darlington Raceway. The Lady, Too Tough to Tame, Lady in Black, all kinds of names it has, man. Unbelievable track this is. Very, very difficult. Tires will be the name of the game today. But the biggest name of the game today is the DripDropz 200. That's today from Darlington. It's also the end, the conclusion of mid-season madness. The in-season tournament here, the second one on the season. 4 drivers going for it. Who can get the mid-season madness crown today from this 1.33 mile track? Oof, cannot wait for it. Let's get down trackside. Qualifying underway right now. All kinds of drivers right now making their way around this infamous 1.33 mile egg-shaped oval. Jackson Anderson, quick on track right now, is a part of that madness for drivers we'll talk about all race long today. Michael Johnson, a part of that group as well. Everybody on your screen on the left in purple will be the madness for drivers we're going to watch out today for. Michael Johnson in P2. John Hagan right now in first place on the pole. Last week's winner, 3 races. He has won so far. Devin Smecker looking pretty good here in P2. James Thurston coming around as well. Lots going on today. Blaze Crawford in P2 right now. Thurston gets the pole position so far in the number 6. Can he hold on to it? Max Brady right here as well. Mealy already done. Mark Whitley. Bunch of guys already done their 2 laps. Fetter Place comes around, going to try and best his first lap. 16th currently on the board, ups it to P11. Not bad for him. Jacob Weiss on a tear lately. Going to be 18th spot right there. A couple of guys still waiting to hold on, get their laps. Kevin King on track right now. Already has a W this season at New Hampshire. A couple weeks back, get back again for some more substitution action. Looking pretty good so far. Kevin King, very, very quick. A couple of more guys still waiting to make their mark. Brandon Six going to make his way around too. A couple of big name drivers back in the field after a race away last week in Texas. 16th currently for Brandon Six. Nobody else so far has bested Thurston on the pole. Matthew Fleming doing his thing too. A lot of guys making it happen right now. Brandon Six, 16th, crosses the line here. Where does he end up? 13th for Brandon Six. Kevin King, not sure if he just didn't get a good lap right there, but man, he is way back right here. Hasn't qualified yet, hasn't put a lap down. This should be his first lap around here. Definitely a challenger for this pole. Can he get it? First lap. Didn't record a time, must have hit the wall. That can happen. You gotta be careful. You can't hit the wall here on qualifying. This track, we all know how hard it is. Turn 2 especially, how tight, narrow it is. Gotta be super careful. Kevin King gonna come out here. Checkered flag is out. Oh man, he couldn't get it done. The 29th will be the occasion here for Kevin King. So James Thurston will be your pole sitter today from the DripDropz 200. Good stuff so far. Uh-oh. There's one right there. If you know, you know. Right now, we're going to go warm-up session. 5 minutes for them to practice pit road entry and all kinds of things. We'll come right back, folks. We'll thank some sponsors Stick around.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Here we are, folks. Welcome back to the DripDropz 200 right here from Darlington Raceway. Bit of a race to go right now. Texas last week was a lot of fun. One caution on the day. Today, how many cautions will we get? Maybe not a lot. Historically, this track's been really, really good here for ASRA. A lot of the reasons why, too. I mean, the racing surface here is pretty narrow, but the actual off-track is pretty big, pretty wide. So what's considered a caution or a spin-off right might not be what you expect for a yellow flag. So we will see how this thing ends up. Darlington always puts on a hell of a show for us. Cannot wait to get this thing going right now. 4 drivers going for the Midseason Madness tournament. Today it concludes. Jackson Anderson, James Thurston, Michael Johnson, and Brandon Bowie are the 4 drivers. So how that works, basically they're going to race today like they normally would, but the driver who finishes ahead of the other 3 will be the Midseason Madness tournament winner, and will earn themselves some cash and a nice trophy. Big thanks to Sick Trophies for all of those. So going to be good. Good race. Typically our races are like 55%, 60% of a normal race. Today it's 50%. A little bit on the shorter side. That just means that the urgency will kick in a bit more. Race details. Race length, 150 laps today. Lap 50 will be stage 1. Stage 2, lap 100. Keep in mind, 75% fuel, 0 fast repairs around this place. That will be key, right? Hitting the wall. Tires, all kinds of things to consider today. On track right now, almost ending up the warm-up session here. About to be done. Everyone practicing pit road entry. Very, very difficult here. If we get green flag stops, I can promise you we're going to get some guys coming down way too fast, blowing the corner. It is probably, in my opinion, the hardest pit road to come down to. Very, very hard to judge. But warm-up just about done. Brantley Roden in the chat. Well, howdy. I'm about 3 6-packs in. Let's do this. All right. Cool, man. I mean, you do you, bro. Appreciate you guys showing up in the chat today. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Man, hit them all. See what happens. But can't wait to get this thing going with you. Shout out, by the way, for all the boys in on the X space. Bone Pool over there and Shep and all them. Got to talk to them, so shout out. Here we go. Big race today. Right now, we're going to get down to it. The starting grid for today's DripDropz 200 about to be underway. So I just looked over to the chat again. That's a bad thing. I'm going to laugh the whole race. I'm in a good mood today, folks. So, hey, hopefully the race keeps me in that good mood. Starting from the pole. And once I get to it, there we go. James Thurston. Big lap for him. Starting at P1. Blaze Crawford, P2. There we go. John Hagen, third spot. Three-time winner this season. Can he make it 4 today? He's good here. We know that. Devin Smacker looking for his first win in P4. Michael Johnson, P5. Brandon Bowie, teammate, 6th spot. Frankie Barroso in P7. Tim Robb, 8th. Jackson Anderson, 9th. Andrew Phipson, P10. 11th through 20th. Fetter Place, Brady. Brandon, 6th. Mealy, Whitley. Corey Heim today, by the way. Back in that stint 62 machine. Corey Heim got really, really close to a win earlier in the season at Pocono. Man, side by side at the line up against John Hagen. But here he is, Corey Heim, going to try and go and get that win today. Mark Whitley, William Robbins, Christian Angel, Thomas Meeks, Jacob Weist rounding out the top 20 here. Rounding out the field, Zelazny, Burns, Fleming, Villalobos, Daryl Young, Halsey, Dallaire, Kaufman, Wildo, and then Kevin King rounding out the top 30. Last couple of drivers, Ryan Sharp, and then James Kaufman, or Forster, excuse me, rounding out the 33rd spot. So here we go. 50 laps to get to the first stage. 150 overall. Kind of a shorter race compared to most this season, but this track, what can we expect today? All kinds of things are going to happen. Again, race details, 150 laps today. Stage 1, lap 50. Stage 2, lap 100. Keep in mind, we don't throw yellows for stages. It'll keep going if there's no cautions for incident. But here we go. Pace car going to pull off here. Green flag about to be in the air here. The DripDropz 200 here from Darlington Speedway. Geico restart zone. We are green. And just like that, folks, 1 lap underway here. Blaze Crawford got the jump and finds himself in the number 1 spot. Got to be careful. That is a good spot to be in. Watch turn 2 right here. That exit will be critical for guys to watch out for the outside wall. That can be a huge point of contention here to not hit it. Lap 3, Blaze Crawford, Thurston. You're going to be on the tail end right behind him. Thurston talked about it last week, right, in the post-race. He loves Darlington. He knows he can get it done here. Looking for his first win this season. Already to a good lead. Back at the field here. Hagen making a move on the inside lane. So far, so good. We expect to see this thin out pretty quick, right? It'll get to single file pretty fast here. These guys typically do a pretty good job, right? This is one of those tracks where you race the racetrack first, not your competition. That'll come later. Corey Heim under fire here from Christian Angel. Christian going to go down low here, maybe take the spot away. Turn 2. You don't want to be side by side here, but good move from Angel. Marching towards the front. That's the key today. Getting to the front. Track position will be huge, but I'll tell you what, man, those tires will be absolutely key. All the while, by the way, James Thurston made the pass around Blaze Crawford. Really good effort so far. James Thurston, the pole sitter, out front of the field. Let's do a nice and early Hosky hot lap here. And give you folks at home a look at what goes on behind the wheel here in Darlington. Coming down into turn 1. Dips right down below the apron a tad, up against the wall. Going to be so careful for the outside wall there. No Darlington stripes. Come back down and then back up right there in turn 2. Very untraditional corner exit. And then right here, a couple of guys will kind of ride that white line right there, the dotted white line. For me, I prefer that better on tires, but the outside lane can work as well too. And just like that, already one lap around Darlington Raceway. Man, already looking really, really good here for Thurston. Little smooch right there, but that'll be okay. That's gonna happen. So far, so good. Smucker, Brandon Bowie, gonna dive down in here. This is gonna be kind of one of those, battles, right? Whenever I come here, it's always, it always seems like it's a difference between how much you want to push, right, and then tires. When do you factor in the tires, right? The tires will wear out here more than anywhere else. Just gonna be so careful in managing and expecting your tires to save. Back of the field here a bit, we'll kind of cross Josh Larson, Ryan Sharp, bunch of these guys, Hagen, Dallaire. Dallaire actually already having some damage here on the front end. Not a whole lot, but definitely enough to affect the aero, maybe. A lot of yellow cars back here, man. Holy. But looking good. Daryl Young, 28th place. Hey, last week came off of a 12th place, I believe it was. Really good day for him. This track is very difficult, but it's a great track to just last, right? Just be there at the end. Stay out of trouble. Good time for that today. Kevin King in P24. Again, subbing in for that Bowie Esport machine there, the number 15. That car has seen victory lane twice with 2 different drivers this season. One with Nick Silver, and then here today with Kevin King 2 weeks ago at New Hampshire. So a lot of these guys just, again, single file, making sure they just get to the end. Mealy fighting Andrew Phipps here. A couple of guys. Ooh, Christian Angel and Heim side by side here. They've been going at it now for a couple of laps. Angel made the move, but now it looks like Corey Hahn's going to try and make him go around. Good move there. Definitely the preferred lane here is on the outside in turns 1 and 2. Zelazny going to make a move here down low as well. You can make the move inside in 3 and 4. Not so much in 1 and 2. Spencer Burns going to try and follow Angel through him. And that he does. The Chungus Mobile, that number 78. Always looking good. A little further up in that top 10 spot, Max Brady up to 3 spots here in P9 right now. Looking to get himself some stage points. Mark Whitley in 10th currently. Different ride today for that number 77. Normally all the HDR boys are in that similar paint scheme, but today's got that, oh man, I like that. Okay. Looking good. Harpoon design, man, I'll tell you what, every single time. Just banger after banger after banger. Go and check them out right there. Harpoondesign.com. Up in the front, Thurston still is the leader. Not by a whole lot, though, by about 0.2 of a second. That's going to pretty much be around the same time. It seems like they're pretty well even when it comes to speed right here. Blaze already has some right side damage. I think so does Thurston. Try and zoom in here a little bit. You'll see it on the right side, right front fender. Yeah, they both do. And that's to be expected here, right? We're going to see some guys Again, hitting the outside wall, kind of adoring that wall here, especially in one. Got to be oh so careful, though. The fastest you can be is on the outside. Right now, top 6. Bunch of Boo Esport drivers all in a row here. Michael Johnson looking for that Mid-Season Madness tournament win. Brandon Bowie right here. Frankie Barroso up here as well. Looking pretty good already. Race is pretty well spread out here. Christian Angel, though. Woo! Corey Heim. These guys are not giving it up. Watch out right here, though. You got to be so careful in turn 2. Angel pushing it a little bit too late or too early right now, I feel like. Man, turn 2, in my opinion, is Calamity Corner here at this track. You really can't be too wide. And if you are too wide, you better be on the outside. But that did not work out for Angel. He fell back quite a few spots here in 22nd. So far, so good. Corey Heim getting through the field up 1 spot. The biggest mover so far is actually Spencer Burns up here in 14th spot. Started in 22nd. And right now, definitely on the move. But what will that cost him, right? Again, the tires are so key. It's going to come down to track position. Starting up front, being able to manage your tires as long as you can, that is the key here. But Anderson, Hagen even in 3rd spot, right? This is kind of managing your race. I see a lot of guys sometimes, you don't necessarily need to be leading by a lot, right? By seconds or by, 2, 3, 4 seconds, right? You just have to be fast enough to stay in front of the car behind you. Manage your tires. That will be the key today. 20 laps in already. The DripDropz 200. Blaze Crawford on the heels here of James Thurston. Looks like Blaze might get a pretty good entry here into turn 1. Looks pretty quick on entry. Catches him here a little bit in the middle. Thurston there, look at that. Just gets a great exit out of turn 2. Blaze kisses the wall a little bit. 3 and 4 though, do they take different lines? Does 1 take the outside line? Yes, it does. Blaze on the outside here. He'll get a better run off the corner exit, but it's going to close because Thurston's right there. Absolute clinic so far by these two, but again, it's all about managing. Back here, Spencer Burns melee. Oh no! Spencer Burns goes around here. Held on to the car. Great job by holding on to it. Not sure what happened. I think he was right around melee. We'll go back real quick and take a look. See if we can find out where it oh my word. Maybe not. Okay, maybe it was just by himself. Got loose, potentially out of turn 4 here. Let's go back a little bit. Oh yeah, hits the wall, I think, and then just goes around. I want to go back a little bit further. Really kind of find out. Yeah, I don't think he was hit by Phipps right there. I think he just loops it. Does a good job keeping it off the wall for sure. And like I talked about too, I mean, they must have updated this track because typically, right, like last year, that would not have been a caution. Because iRacing's typically, the track, what it considers the racing surface is so narrow here that typically it would have called that nothing. And then he has to just go. But either way, first caution of the day, lap 24. Everybody's coming down pit road right now. Get themselves enough fuel to get to the end of stage 1. Anybody, any takers to not come down pit road? That is not the case. Everybody wanted those tires. And that'll be the key. Screaming for tires already 2 tires might happen later on, but not yet. Blaze, everyone else making their way off of pit road. Not sure what's going on with the fence right there. It's kind of coming in and out of the picture, but it's all good. Everyone else, though, nice and easy off of pit road. So far, so good. So right now, lap 24, halfway into stage 1. Going by pretty quick so far. This race will be pretty fast, I'll say. I mean, again, typically these races that we have are about 55 or 60% of a normal race, right? But so far, so good. Let's take a look at this choose rule right here. Everyone making their moves. So far, so good. Already about to go back green here. The DripDropz 200. Hey, I'll tell you what, though, right? Cautions can breed cautions. A track like this, that initial restart was really good. That worked out pretty well for these guys. Now it just comes down to, you know, hey, do it again, right? But this is more key. We're getting down to 25 laps away from the first stage. Points are awarded. And who can get them? Oh, got word that Frankie and Jackson Anderson were speeding. I'll try and follow up on that in just a bit. That is huge. Not good. Here we go. Restart here. 25 laps into this DripDropz 200. And we are back green. So far, another good lap. Another good restart for these drivers. Everyone is taking turn 2 nice and easy. A lot of these guys are doing pretty good. One car in the back, Thomas Meeks, I believe that is, on the outside. Ooh, Will Doe. Got a little spicy there out of turn 4. Keeps it going right now. A couple of guys, too, fighting for it. Frankie Barroso, there he is. And Anderson in the back. Speeding penalties, man, unfortunate. I don't know how you speed under yellow, but they have figured it out. James Thurston up front, Blaze Crawford here in P2. Again, fresh tires. So when do these guys go? They know they can go to the end of the stage here. So the top 10, I would expect to really fight to get themselves as many points as they can. And just like that, too, look at this single file already. You don't see that a lot. Will Doe, Spencer Burns going for it. Burns got the EOL for causing that wreck. Will Doe looks like he lets him go. Smart move there. Smart man. Still too early, right? Tim Robb looking pretty good here. Down low, but this is... Oh, man. You don't want to be too wide here. Oh, Lordy. And that's why you don't want to be. But they keep it going. Good stuff. Daryl Young way on the hot outside lane there. Looking pretty rough. Front end damage, I think, for that 71 machine. I do see it. We keep it going so far. Hey, last week at Texas, we had that one kind of oddball yellow flag that came out. It was Michael Johnson. His wheel disconnected, unfortunately. He pulled off well below the apron and brought out the caution, which is odd. He pulled off in a spot where it really shouldn't have been a caution, but it was. So unfortunate. That was the only yellow we had, and man, that was a rough one for him. He could never get his lap back. No more caution, so that's a shame. But so far, man, this race is very, very good. Johnson though up to P4, Smecker in 5th, Whitley in 6th. Kevin King up 19 spots. Not sure maybe if it's like 2 tires there. Can't quite tell from my end, but man, up big right now in P10 for Kevin King. It's not going to take him long to get to the front, right? And when he does, I'll be curious to know what happens between him, Thurston, and Crawford. What can they do? As right now, Crawford and Whitley, excuse me, Brady and Whitley are going for it. I'm seeing a lot of give and take. I mean, I saw it earlier with Wildo. I feel like I just saw it right there with Mark Whitley letting Brady go right there, right? That's what we want to see, and I think that's smart. But I think it's especially smart here, right? At Darlington, again, if you're unfamiliar, it's a track that is just so tire heavy when it comes to wear. You're really going to be so careful with the wear on the tires. So you know what? If they want to get past you, go for it. You're probably going to be able to save the tires and get back around them in 10 or 15 laps. So Mark Whitley letting him go right there, if that was the case. Again, not a bad move. Couple of guys, hit the wall hard. Will Doe and then Austin Halsey. Just saw them off turn 2. Really hit the wall hard. You've got to be so careful to get around this place. Again, race the racetrack first. Funny enough, this this race was going to be a night race. We typically do Darlington as a day into night race, a nice sunset, in the middle of it. But iRacing has this weird glitch right now that at night when the lights come on, only the interior lights come on, not the exterior. So it gets a lot darker than what we would like. So we last second ditched that and went to a straight day race. So far so good, I would say. Up front though, Johnson under fire there from Smecker. Let's take a ride on board actually, Smecker, and see what we can find out. By the way, the DripDropz.io machine, there he is, and here we go. Take a look on board here, the DripDropz machine. Let's go Husky Hot Lap. Devin Smecker trying to track down Michael Johnson here for a top 5 spot. Little smooch right there, gotta be careful of that. Cut down to the apron and then come back up. Devin has that wheel all over the place. Just the tough conditions, right? Downshift into 4th. Ease back on the throttle here. And then away he goes, man. That's a good lap. Had a bit of everything right there. Downshifting, avoid the wall, and then keeps it going. Good. Ooh, had to correct. But that's a lap. A couple of laps there around Darlington, man. Devin Smecker's doing good. Having a good run so far. Ooh, man, Smecker. Couldn't tell if he got loose right there or if Brady gave him a shove, but Smecker had a bobble and Brady capitalized. Gonna try and get back what was his. But that's what we'll see all race long, right? Fresh tires coming through. Never know. James Thurston up front still. P1. Blaze Crawford on his tail. He's been on his tail really the whole race. Cannot seem to get around him. John Hagan right here as well. Looking to get himself some good stage points. Already has the most stage points out of anybody. Playoff points this season. Bowie Sport teammates right here. Bowie in 6. Nose to tail for the most part. In P8 and 9. Trying to get themselves more towards the front. Whitley might have taken a peek there up against Smecker. He's trying to. Seems like he might be faster. Smecker definitely has some loose conditions here. Whitley has the run. Gonna go down low. You can stay too wide here, but you gotta be so careful on exit. Can get loose here. Just like we saw Burns do Now here's the thing. Now it flips. Now Smecker has the preferred lane. So who lets who go? Ooh, Smecker in the wall. That's not going to help him. Whitley should get the clearance here. 6 going to follow through. He does. Maybe even Bowie as well, man. Smecker going backwards. You hate to see it. But that's how fast it can happen here. Up the front, James Thurston still battling. Blaze Crawford. And again, right, this could be one of those situations where, hey, James Thurston could be faster than Blaze. I mentioned it earlier. It's just a matter of managing that gap. You don't want to get a huge lead, burn all the rubber off, and then have Blaze catch you for sure, right? I think Thurston could be just holding on to it. But again, Blaze could also be holding on to his tires too behind him. A lot can go down. Brendan Bowie had an issue here, I think. In the back, was just battling with 6. Will Doe, I'm being told, is also, oh no, on the front stretch. See, there it is. Almost the same spot that Spencer Burns spun out in. But that right there did not cause a caution because he's way below the surface. One of those oddities here about Darlington. You got to be so careful. As the leader should be coming across here up against Will Doe. Got to be careful. Will Doe not going to try and go a lap down, but has to fight for it. Blaze definitely on the back end, though, of Thurston now. Going to have that preferred lane into 3 and 4. And this should be a lead change here. Thurston's going to fight for it, but not going to be enough. And there we go. New leader, Blaze Crawford, up to the front. Hagan not too far away either. In third, Michael Johnson. In the picture, Brady. Up to our top 5. A lot of guys making the move right now. Kevin King in P8. Stage points. Whitley might lose one more spot here actually to Kevin King. Zelazny is the driver. These two right here going for that top 10 spot. Oh man, Feather Place into the wall there, got loose against his teammate here, Andrew Phipps. Not sure if that was some contact, but just saw a couple of guys blinking. Feather Place into the wall. Tough. Lap 47, though. We are 3 laps away from the end of stage number 1. Will Doe going to go a lap down here. Was not able to get the caution he needed when he spun out. Will Doe still in the wall hard here, man. Gotta hold on to her. Thurston definitely looks like he used up his stuff. Not going to hold on to it. Crawford, though, sailing away here. Our resident Coke driver, Blaze Crawford, in the iRacing Coca-Cola Cup Series. Good to see him do his thing over there when he can, over here in ASRA when he's able to. And today's an off week for those boys over there, so making an appearance. Good to see. Back in the field, a little bit. Brandon 6. Kevin King. Smecker looks like going to get that last spot for stage points. Crawford, though, going to come around. Lap 50. There it is. Blaze Crawford will be stage 1 winner. Followed by Thurston, Hagan, Johnson, Brady, Brandon 6, Kevin King, Whitley, Trevor Zelazny, and I think Corey Hine might have gotten it at the line there for P10. We'll have to go back at the tape and look at it, as we always do post-race, but there it is. So stage 2 will now end on lap 100. As we get it going here, Blaze Crawford up front, about to put Spencer Burns a lap down. Ooh, into the wall though, goes Blaze. We'll see it all throughout this race. Bunch of guys back here as well, still fighting for every spot they can. Hovering in that top 20. Folks, we'll take a quick break. We'll go race day non-stop. We'll thank some sponsors off to the side. You will not miss any action on track here. Stick around.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks, to the DripDropz 200 here from Darlington Raceway. Right now, watching Frankie Barroso here on lap 55. We just passed stage one's end. A couple of guys were here still trying to work their way through the field. Again, Frankie Barroso, Jackson Anderson had a speeding penalty in the only caution we've had so far back on lap 25. And they are still trying to make their way through the field. Frankie Barroso in P8, 22nd, excuse me. Jackson Anderson has looked a lot better thus far in P14 right now, starting to churn away and in the back. Frankie Barroso, I would argue he's one of the best drivers in the field who can save fuel. So maybe, big question mark, maybe he's figured something out to save a tire set maybe for the end of the race or even fuel, right? I wouldn't put it past him to do that. Kind of use that penalty as a way to kind of reconsider what can what can happen, you know, later on, right? Reconsider your whole strategy. Wildo continues to fall down here, really out of shape, in 31st spot. Tangled up here. Wildo's still in the wall at this point. Just let the cars go by. You're a mess. Villalobos side by side here, going to try and pass him as well. I'm assuming some damage to that number 70 as well. The right side's been up against the wall a lot. Maybe some aero damage, just can't quite get that car the way he wants to. Up front, Blaze continues to lead here on lap 59, about 40 laps away now from the end of stage 2, and about a second of a lead right here for Blaze. P2 is Thurston, looking very fast. Kevin King in 3rd spot already. This guy's an absolute mastermind when it comes to saving tires, so looks like he has done that. But when do they come down pit road? Whitley, I'm seeing, right on cue, Mark Whitley comes down pit road, and right here, green flag pit stop. So this is going to be hectic, excuse me. That pit road entry, Mark made it look really easy, but it is not. But he's the first taker to come down pit road. The undercut here is massive. This is smart, right? Come down now, get the fuel, get the tires, and then come back out while everyone else is really, really slow on the old tires. I like this move. I don't like the undercut a lot at most tracks, but I love it here. Whitley going to try and take 4 tires here. May go a lap down. Now, the only thing about this, you don't want a caution flag. That will kill it. But if we stay green, the undercut is massive. Update 2 on, by the way, for the Mid-Season Madness in-season tournament. Thurston in P2. Again, the drivers with the purple backgrounds, excuse me, almost choked, are the Madness 4 drivers. Last 2 races, we've had a in-season tournament kind of driver, head-to-head driver situation, and these are the 4 right now, looking pretty good. Jackson Anderson in the back of the field as well. Brandon Bowie actually is the one we're looking out for, but he is, man, where is he at? 21st spot, so just below that 20th spot on the field, but there we go. So Mark Whitley will come out here a lap down in 31st spot, but again, if we stay green here, we get green flag stops, this is a hero move and a good one. Brandon Bowie comes down here. Couldn't take it anymore. Screaming for tires, I'm sure of it. So one more to come down pit road. Got to be oh so careful. When do the leaders come down to pit road, though? Blaze Crawford, Thurston. Clean and green, though, so far. A couple of guys up front. Max Brady, Corey Heim, by the way, making a great charge right now. Up 8 spots from where he qualified. Up to P8 right now. And, man, hey, look, Pocono. When he ran Pocono a couple races back, he finished P2, but he wasn't always around P2, right? He was there at the very end. But, again, another track where you just kind of have to be there at the end, right? And this could be another good day for Corey Heim, the finisher. Feder Place and Barroso, teammates here, working side by side for P18. And now 17th place. Feder Place has been in the wall a few times here. Not sure if he has some damage, but definitely doesn't look to be up to pace like we normally see him. So either way, still holding on to it. A couple more down pit road. Josh Larson, potentially, or maybe just off the track as well. Oh, there he is right there. Blinking away. Unfortunate. John Hagan comes down, one of the leaders. Hagan. So here we go. Does this force the hand of the leaders? Robbins as well, Sharp, all coming down pit road. Again, Hagan, 4 tires. Fill it for fuel. At this point, you can go the rest of the way on fuel to get to the end of the stage 2, but, man, those tires just going to be screaming. Phipps and Andrews, excuse me, Phipps and Mealy, excuse me, on pit road. Meeks as well. Hey, this is also why we have the warm-up pre-race. Wink, wink. Practice your pit road entry. And right now, so far, really, really impressed. This is not easy to do. Christian Angel comes down now as well. When do the leaders come? It's not going to be this time for Thurston. I want to try and time it for you folks to see how they get onto pit road. It's just awkward. I guess it's not easy. Crawford up front. Try and watch to see when he comes down pit road. Nobody else so far. So, man, green flag stops are really thinned out right now. Whitley, keep in mind, took like an extreme undercut, which could work for him. It just has to stay green. It's a bold move, but I like it. Fleming and Feder Place down pit road here. A couple more takers down for green flag stops. Michael Johnson, there he is, gives him a top 8 for that. So far, front of the field, not changing a whole lot, but Hagan did come down pit road. I'm surprised they didn't bring the rest of the leaders. But so far, so good for the field. Anderson, Weist right here, man, off to a great run still. Amazing season so far for Weist. Frankie trying to come back after that pit road penalty. On board Brandon Six right now. Former champion in the series. But again, when do these guys come down to pit road? Seems like they can go for a long time, but when do they do it? Not yet. Corey Heim. Here he is. Almost lost it right there, but got it going. So Corey Heim comes down. Very, very slow pit road, especially after you're going so fast around this track. But there he is. At this point, I'm probably expecting these guys to come when Blaze does. You want to stick to the same strategy as the leader if you can, right? If you're close enough. Max Brady. Here he is. Down pit road. A lot of drivers, man. This is a long green flag spread right here. It's about 10 laps or so, depending on when these leaders dive down pit road. This is a huge spread. Blaze, here he is. Gives up the lead, man. That was a flawless pit road entry. Very, very good right there. That'll give the lead back to James Thurston. Now this will force the hand for Thurston. For Kevin King, for Brandon Six. I definitely expect these guys to come down now to pit road, knowing that Blaze will now have better tires for a lap. Let's see if that's the case. It is not. You just never know what can happen, right? And this is a smart thing to do too. At a track like this, where it's so hard to get onto pit road, we could easily see, you know, one or two guys miss pit road entry, spin it out, and there's a caution, right? I mean, we saw that a few weeks back in New Hampshire with Thomas Meeks. Also, too, with how new these tires are for a lot of guys versus the old tires, the speed difference here is massive. And there it is. There's the caution we're talking about. Spencer Burns down low. That is what I was talking about. That can happen right there. Don't know what caused it, but that will absolutely kill this strategy for a lot of these guys right here. And for the second time today, Spencer Burns involved in a wreck. What happens? Try and find out. Oh, already around right here on the backstretch. I don't think he took anybody else out. Don't think so. We'll go back even further here. Spencer Burns. Okay, let's take a look at this. So right here, looks like he's okay into turns 1 and 2. We might have gotten too far as well, but we'll see. Oh, Weist. Oh, yeah, Weist just sends him. Again, that's the... that might be the difference, right, of the tires. Difference in tires, difference in just overall speed, and, man, how hard that can be. But that right there, that actually will trap down a lot of drivers a lap down here. We will sort this out in just a second, but man, that's going to be big for these guys, right? Thurston, King, Six. These guys didn't pit, so they're going to be able to get this pit nice and free, right? Everyone else, though, we'll have to work it out. A lot of wave around cars expected. A lot of guys who just pit will take the wave around. I expect Hagen to take the wave around right. A bunch more guys, but that worked out well there. Whitley comes back on pit road now, too. He's being shown in 10th place. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Again, we'll have to wait to see what happens. But lap 80, not too bad. There we go. Smart move there by those guys to race control to extend the yellow. Sometimes when this happens, right, yellow flag during green flag stops, it can make a big mess out of the running order. A lot of guys right there didn't choose as they should have. So we'll try it again. So here we go. Back to 1 to green here. Lap 81, so we'll have about 18 laps to go before the end of stage number 2. Only 2 cautions today on the day. Not too bad. Both involving Spencer Burns, but not both of them are his fault. So just so happens to be the target today, I guess. But up front is Thurston and Brandon Six. Again, a lot of guys. Man, just it changed on a dime. You can see it, right? Everybody kind of in that top 10, just about top 9, were able to make themselves available, right? They're able to stay up front. This is big, big news for guys like Zelazny, Barroso, who's been fighting to get back to the front. That yellow saved his race. Really, really good stuff. Villalobos as well. Man, big moment for these guys. They got a huge break. And let's see how this can work out. A lot of wave around cars. That's why they're all single file in the back. But we're going back green here. Lap 82. Green, green, green. Frankie Barroso way off track right there. I'm not sure what that was all about. He just pulled aside. Maybe missed a gear. Not good. But here we go. Thurston up front. Zelazny going to make a move here up against Brandon Six, all ready for a top 3. Six is not going to give it to him just yet. And that's where it flips. He's going to have that advantage here. Back in the field, though. Big, big mess. Halsey. No, that was Dallaire. Into the wall. Guys, going to be so careful here around this track. Intense restart. Bunch of guys stuck back as well. Look at this. I mean, Max Brady in 17th. Corey Heim. Uh-oh. Big, big wreck right here. James Kaufman in the back of the field. Goes around. Damage to the front end of that machine. He was one of those drivers that got lucky with that yellow flag. He was about 10th spot, but just couldn't handle himself up front. Let's go and take a look. So James Kaufman here. Let's go above here. Chopper view. Let's take a look and see what we can find. Side by side with... Oh, Frankie just gets into him. Halsey as well. Phipps escapes. A lot of guys do. Ooh, big. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate, but all these guys got through. Maybe damage to the 82 of Halsey, but not too bad. And here we go. Pit stops underway. Bunch more guys coming down pit road. Quick third caution, but so far, hey, we're already well past halfway. And we are getting through this race pretty quick. Right now, Thurston is your leader. Kevin King in P2. Brandon 6th in third spot. Zelazny, Villalobos, top 5. Good stuff so far. Don't expect these leaders to come down pit road. We should get the one to go here. Very entertaining so far. I didn't talk about it pre-race, but I thought my guess on today's cautions was about 5. I expected about 5 cautions today, and so far it seems like that's kind of. I think we're on pace for that. It's not too bad. Good race so far. Tough track, right? And that can just happen. Everyone choosing. Oh, yeah, right. Here we go. The best commentator ever, better than Collinsworth. Collinsworth is, I mean, pretty well cooked most of the time. But he's not bad. Anywho, lap 86, so we're getting down, again, we're getting down to stage 2, which is lap 100. Generally speaking, we've seen the restarts be pretty good, but things should be a lot more back to normal now, especially with everyone able to be kind of roughly where they are, right? Kaufman was in the front of the pack, not normally up there, right? Which is fine, but hey, it's a different world. Either way, it wasn't even his fault. Frankie Barroso gave him the old loop-de-loop. So here we go, though. Back green on lap 87. 13 to go in stage 2. Up at the front, the usual suspects, Thurston, King, 6. This is go time for stage 2 points. Zelazny going to try and do it again. Down low to 6. 3 wide though. Brady was just in the middle there. Making it work though. Really dicey racing. Up in the wall right there, Anderson. Max has the fresh tires, very fast, but can he get there in time, right? You got to be clean and get through it. Fresh tires here feels so good, man. I'll tell you what, so good, but you got to get through the field. Anderson, man, really getting squeezed right there on the outside lane. Brady going to get around him. Phipps as well, into the wall. And already single file. Mark Whitley did take fresh tires there, it looked like. I'm not sure why he did, but could be setting himself up for a good end of the race. And that could be a smart move. Zelazny makes his way around here on the outside. Has the advantage entering turn 1 and 2. Blaze Crawford kind of got screwed there in that exchange of green flag stops in that yellow flag, but right here, already back up to P4. Hey, the good guys, they can make it happen, right? Give them enough time, give them a good set of tires, and they can do it. Fetterplay's got a shove right there from Brady. Brady got loose. Anderson gonna maybe sneak around here. Not quite enough just yet. Anderson, oh boy. Bounces off the wall, keeps it going straight. Up front, still James Thurston. Very fast. Kevin King in P2 as well. They're kind of catching. Right now, a 4/10 of a lead that Thurston has. But again, Kevin King, he's not really interested in the stage points, right? He's subbing. He wants the win. So he doesn't really need to finish P2 here. He could save his tires. You know what, Thurston? You want the stage win? Cool, man. Go ahead. Go for it. But you never know. Corey Heim, Devin Smecker teammates for the day. Making a charge here. Smecker up to P7. Corey Heim looks like he lets him go. Good stuff right there. Devin Smecker needs those stage points more than Corey does. Villalobos still holding on to a P6 as well, by the way. I haven't talked to him enough about Villalobos, but he is right here in 6th. Great job taking advantage of a wacky green flag pit stop and caution situation. Still 2x2 here. Middle pack trying to navigate this. Fleming and Weist. Oh boy, that's gonna happen. But watch, this shouldn't be a caution. Weist might try and drag it upon this. Yes, he does. Yeah, that car, you can't really steer it. The right side is pretty well beat up. If he was down way further, that wouldn't have brought out a caution, but it did because he came back on track. That can't happen. We kind of saw that live, but we'll go back to it for sure. Lap 94, by the way, so that is not a caution. Happened on lap 94, so it will not be the stage. Take a look back at the wreck real quick. So it involved Fleming and Weist. It's already going on. We'll try and find a better look. Try and get a better look. Where did this go down? Weist in Fleming. This might be the look we're looking for. Here we go. Yeah, so Weist right now kind of gets... it's more on Fleming. Fleming gets loose right here, out of turn 2, and just comes across the nose here of the 60. Really nowhere to go for Weist. Comes across up above. 88 machine. Going to see damage here to the 88. A little bit, maybe not terrible there for the 60 actually, but when he kind of climbed up the left side of the 88, that's when that right side tire got pretty beat up, so all good. All right, so that was not staged, by the way. We'll do our normal situation where, hey, a lot can change, but everybody just, hey, this is what happens, right? Everything just kind of flipped. A lot of guys, we didn't cover it, we were watching the replay, but a lot of guys were there, decided to come down pit road, get the fuel, get the tires now to be better for the end of the race, it looks like. Sacrifice stage points to get yourself in a better spot at race end. I like it. And right now, though, that changes things up big time. Christian Angel up front. Bowie in P2. Mealy third. King and then Crawford, your top 5. So a couple of guys stayed out. Really made some bold moves here. We will see how this works out. We're going to go green this time by. It'll be basically a green and white checkered here. 2-lap shootout for the stage. Again, we stay green anyway, so this is going to be instrumental. 4th caution. Just about the end of stage 2. Here we go. Angel and Bowie up front. Green flag is back out. What can Angel do up here? Again, a quick caution will end the stage. It'll be within 5 laps. So, ooh, Zelazny kills the wall right there. 6 as well for the most part. Very, very tough. A lot of guys have fresh tires, but they can't really go anywhere. The track is so tight. Christian Angel. Here we go, lap 99. Next lap, we're going to stay green, but next lap will be the stage where we give out those top 10 points. Brandon Bowie can't quite get to the back end of Christian Angel for the most part. Single file back here, though. Pretty rough. Max Brady going to try and go for it here. 3 wide to end the stage. Woof. Close racing, but Christian Angel kisses the wall hard, but going to win stage number 2. Awesome stuff for Christian Angel, and maybe a boost that he needs this season. Win stage 2. Man, look at this battle here. Blaze Crawford and Brandon Bowie. Really, really tough. Blaze goes around. Again, fresh tires, right? Key. Very, very key right now. Just a tough track. You expect to see beating and banging. You have to almost, right? Nowhere else to go. That's the beauty of racing at a track like this. So right now, Angel up front, won stage number 2. Kevin King right behind him and closing fast. Just 49 laps to go here for the DripDropz 200. Kevin King well underway here to try and get his 2nd win of the season. Devin Smecker trying to fight for it back there as well. Corey Heim, man, up to P15. Kowalski outlap right now with Corey Heim. Ooh, Michael Johnson way off pace right there. Saw that in the rear view. He keeps it going though, it looks like, but Corey Heim diving it deep into turn 1. Right behind Villalobos. Gets a good exit right here. Keeps it going. Hey, not bad right now. P14 has the tires. Just going to keep it nice and simple and keep it going. Turns 3 and 4. This race coming down to it. There it is, a lap around Darlington here with Corey Heim. Impressive run so far by a lot of these guys. A couple of guys in the back still fighting for it. Fleming and William Robbins here. Fleming just involved in that wreck a second ago, but man, car looks pretty clean. Not really a lot of damage. So that's important to see. Flagship kind of all in the bunch right here. Back around 20th spot right here. So looking pretty good. Oh, one car off track. That's Brandon 6. Oh no, caution flag is out. Villalobos, his teammate, gets taken out as well. What happened here? Let's go back and find out. Getting word that Michael Johnson crashed actually too. Let's see if we can. Oh no, he did. You know what? That looks like that might be another situation about his wheel. His wheel might have disconnected again. That's super unfortunate. He's still stuck in the wall. That's not what brought the yellow out, though. We'll go back and see where that came out. So Brandon 6, here we go. Let's take a look. So we'll go chopper view. So 6 on the outside. Anderson down low right here. Jackson's coming up. Oh, yeah, Jackson just gets into the left rear. He got too tight right there and then descends 6 around. Villalobos nowhere to go, unfortunately. Corey Heim, Phipps Great job getting out of the way. That's going to kill Villalobos' car. I just heard the engine blow. Man, super unfortunate right there for Brandon Six. Might be able to fix the damage, but definitely it's not going to work out for his teammate. So this right now changes the game for a lot of these guys. Lap 107, I don't think this is enough as far as fuel to get to the end of the race, according to my notes at least, but we will see. Smecker going to have the lead here, along with Robbins. Again, different change up here in the front. Should be one to go this time by for the Chews. Everyone making their choice right now. We're getting down to it. A couple of little mistakes here and there, but again, at a tough track like this, you definitely expect to see that kind of incident, right? I'm seeing some aggression, a little bit, right? Mainly just guys with fresh tires trying to pass guys with old tires, or it's slightly older tires. But overall, really not too bad, right? This place is definitely tough. You got to do what you can do to get back to the front and keep that track position. But right now, we're seeing it. Blaze Crawford up front still, or back again. Thurston back down to P8. So he's back in the pack a little bit for the first time. We'll see how we can handle dirty air. But here we go. Gonna go green flag here after our 5th caution, lap 108. 42 laps to go here in the DripDropz 200. Green we go. Bit of a stack up mid-pack. One car didn't get going. I think it was Tim Robb right here. But up front, we get it going. Robbins bouncing off the wall right here. Still bouncing off it. You got to be careful. Three wide. 2 wide even. Nobody wants to wreck, but they're sure as hell trying to. Right now, though, hey, it's 40 laps to go in this race. The time is now. Mealy fighting for it. Got real close to the Robbins. Backed off. Smart move. Bowie does the same thing to Christian Angel. Better Place got loose right there off the left side of Corey Heim. Trying to continue his decent race so far. Bowie and Angel again side by side. Bowie gonna let him have it. Smart move there. Oh, maybe not. Hagen, Bowie tag each other. Everyone's just fighting for every single spot. I couldn't tell if Bowie tried to let up there for Angel, but definitely cost him. Man, good racing. It's intense, right? But that's Darlington. This is what we expect. Up front, though, Smecker still holds the lead in that DripDropz.io machine. Man, looking good right there. Brady in P2, Crawford 3rd, Thurston 4th. Kevin King not too far back either, so a lot of guys holding on to it. Robbins, man, shaky restart right there, but held on to it. P7 right now. Couple laps into that restart, and typically things even out pretty well. And right now he's able to hold his own. Checkers or wreckers? Yes, sir. In the chat, I love that. That might be what it is today. And as we're already starting to see, right, single file, starting to fan it out. Bowie way off track here. I think he's trying to avoid maybe Robbins. I think Robbins got out of shape here. You see the damage A's in the wall again. Oh boy! Corey Heim tags him. Robbins goes around. Robbins was doing good up front, but again, right, when you're that slow, cars are going around you, it's just so tough. You got to be really intentional about letting drivers go. You want to stay up front, right? Because you want to be up front. But man, it's just, this is what can happen. But we definitely saw, I believe it was Corey Heim who got behind. Again, we'll take a look once more. Try and get a better angle here. Robbins. Yeah, so he's already into the wall right here, right? Angel's kind of getting into him. Robbins into the wall a lot. These guys just, oh, look at that. Huge into the wall. I mean, you're just, at this point, that car is definitely out of shape. Corey Heim right here. I mean, yeah, Corey's kind of already committed to that lane, and Robbins is just, you know, it's just so much slower at that point. It's so hard to kind of time it, right? But that's why you got to be careful here in Darlington. It can just bite you that quick. But lap 116. Race just about at the end here. We're getting down to it. Right now, led by Smecker. Update, by the way, Tim Robb on pit road. Robbins, bunch of guys in the back too. Halsey, Kaufman, Wildo, Ethan Delaire, Michael Johnson back on track, which is great, but in 31st spot. So again, I think another disconnection from his wheel, I would imagine, just like last week at Texas. So this time didn't cause a caution, but yeah, something's going on in his world. It's unfortunate. Back at the starter cam right now, the choose rule is underway. Everyone making their move. Looking good. We're going to give it a go here. Again, our 6th caution of the day. I predicted 5. So we're still kind of in that realm, I guess, but a couple of cautions were kind of weird, actually. You know, little contact here or there. I'm seeing some like crazy netcode too with Robbins right there. He got tagged, but he spun out in a really weird way. So but hey, that can happen, right? Virtual racing, you never know. Up front, a couple of hungry lions. Smecker, Brady, Thurston, Crawford, King. Big names for ASRA up front, trying to get their first wins of the season for a couple of them. But here we go. Back green here. Lap 118. Big stack up. Max Brady did not get going there on the outside line. Gonna really kill it. Gonna be a huge advantage here for Thurston, Smecker, the whole inside lane. Ooh, Burns again. Yellow. Spencer Burns. Let's take a look. Spencer Burns. Go back a little bit. Find out it definitely happened. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Yeah, right here. Nice and zoomed in. Right on the inside here of Phipps. Looks like hard to tell there if Phipps comes down or if... Try and get a better angle. Here we go. This will tell it right here. Oh, yeah. Just Spencer loses it. He bobbles into Phipps. and then spins it around. So that's number 2 right there for Spencer Burns, I think in the same corner. So Spencer Burns involved in 3 accidents today, but caused, I guess you could say 2. So, man, not a good day to be a Spencer Burns fan. Unfortunate for him. Oh, the caution. Oh, some of the boys in the chat are playing the caution game. Okay. Caution game is closest without going over. Well, then I lose. That's all right. I said 5. I said 5 pre-race. Right now it's 7. Where's my okay, where's my tower? There we go. You never know sometimes around here, but so lap 120, 7th caution. Hey, getting more and more intense, right? The stages, especially the proximity of the cautions, when they come out. That's tough, right? Typically, if a caution comes out, maybe midway through a stage or a little bit less than that, we'll see it kind of fan out a little bit more. But a lot of these cautions, I feel like, are just, it's maybe not enough take, not enough give. But a lot of different scenarios being played right now. So here we go. It's going to be lap 122. We're going to go back green on. Just about 27 laps to go here in this race. Smecker, I'm not sure. Again, according to my notes, I don't think he's good to go on fuel. He may have to pit. But everyone else, though, what do they do? Caution's going to be extended 1 lap. Looks like a couple of guys in the back are out of shape here, so we'll give it a second. So, here we go. Big thanks, folks, while we have the chance. Big thanks to you guys for watching online, obviously, and supporting the channel, the league, and everyone here on race day and in ASRA. Always fun every single Tuesday night. Looking forward to next week, by the way. Going to be a lot of fun. Next week is our throwback race. Typically, it happens at a track like this, right, Darlington? But next week, we're going to Legacy Phoenix. So, back when Phoenix had the grass in the dog leg a bunch of years back. Going to be a lot of fun. A lot of cars, a lot of drivers having throwback paint schemes. Going to be a lot of fun. I've already seen a bunch of them. And I am pretty pumped up to see how that race goes. Every season, that's kind of our thing now, right? Our throwback race will always be a legacy track they have here on iRacing. So last year was Old Atlanta. This season will be, Legacy Phoenix, right? Next season, I don't know. It could be Rockingham. It could be, old Daytona. I don't know. It could be anything, right? But always fun. Always something different. So here we go. Going to try and end this one. The DripDropz 200. Lap 122, 26 laps to go here at the line. Smecker again in James Thurston. Outside line got a way better restart right there than last time. Thurston really powerful on the outside lane there. Very, very good move. Can Thurston catch his teammate, Devin Smecker, and get around him? Back at the field, bunch of guys starting to kiss the wall even harder now. Getting tighter, getting later in the afternoon, right? Track time kind of cool down just a little bit. Hagen right in the middle here with Heim. Anderson. Oh no, in the back. Corey Heim and Mark Whitley, I think, keep it going. Oh no. Mark couldn't keep it straight, even though he had the wall right there with him. This should be a caution at some point. Still no yellow. Unbelievable. Oh no, unfortunately, buoy damage, fetter place. Kaufman. There's the yellow. And that'll most likely be an admin thrown yellow just because of the carnage right there. Definitely a good call for the admin, the race control. Big thanks to Chris, by the way, in the behind the scenes doing that for us. And yeah, right there, sometimes we don't try and throw cautions, right? We don't like to do that. But in a case like that where, man, a lot of guys were involved in that, in iRacing just dropped the ball completely, definitely deserved a yellow flag. So let's see if we can go back and kind of decipher what happened there. It all kind of went down, I think, with Corey Heim. Might be hard to kind of find where this was, but we'll try and track it down. So Chopper here, we'll try and find Corey. There he is, the number 62 machine. Happens right around here-ish with him and Mark Whitley. Whitley goes to the outside. Oh, Whitley kind of bounces off the wall in a weird way. Whitley had nowhere to go. Fetter place. Yeah, look at all these guys in the back here. They had just nowhere to go. Daryl Young, Kaufman. Unfortunate. Yellow flag just never came out from iRacing, and sometimes that shocks that shocks our world a bit. But definitely a well-deserved yellow flag thrown by race control. So, 23 laps to go. That was probably the biggest wreck we've had today. A lot of guys came down pit road. Brandon Bowie, they're going to choose right now up in the front. But a lot of these guys pretty well damaged from that. Mark Whitley might have actually escaped pretty decently there. Yeah, really not too bad considering. He tried to save it. Didn't quite use the wall to keep him straight, I think, like he wanted to, but keeps it going. Brandon Bowie, fetter place. Majority of Bowie Esports got pretty well hurt right there in that. But up at the front still getting around back to it. 21 to go here at the line. Working our 8th caution. Getting more and more intense here for the DripDropz 200. Everybody wants that win. Smucker can just taste it. He's right there. Thurston's looking for his first win of the season. Kevin King's going for 2. Blaze Crawford going for his, I believe, second win of the season too, if my if my head is correct. But a lot of guys behind him still want that win as well. But we're gonna go back to it. 21 laps to go. Great run right there from Blaze. Gonna maybe get the inside lane. Decided against it. Smart move. He didn't really have the lane. Smecker might be able to clear him here. Thurston on the outside. Should get a better run here on the outside lane. Might pull up alongside him. But now Thurston will have the preferred lane entering turn 1. You're going to get the advantage. Smecker shuts the door there on Blaze. And Thurston back out front here. Has the purple on his name too, so you know he's a Midseason Madness tournament driver. Trying to win that. On the move right now. Blaze Crawford in P2. We saw these two fight pretty much the entire first half of the race. Oh, Tim Robb in the back. Keeps it going. Wow. I think that was right in front of Spencer Burns as well. Couldn't quite tell who that involved, but I think it was maybe Spencer and Tim Robb, but Tim Robb keeps it going. Banging off the walls here. Robbins are going to try and thought maybe go 3 wide there, but let's hold on to her for now. 18 laps to go here. Thurston maintains the lead. Kevin King, Brady, Zelazny. Very good run so far. Frankie just kills the wall there on the outside lane. I saw that in the back. A lot of frustrating drivers, I can tell you. Got to be frustrated. Trying to do what they can, but aggressive racing. Corey Heim, John Hagen right here. Hey, we've seen this before. These two. Battling for it at Pocono a couple weeks back. And here they are again, trying to fight for a top 10. Couple of damaged noses here. I'm going to try and find his way around him on the inside here. Hagen definitely has that damage. That's going to hurt him. He keeps it going. Up front, Thurston, Crawford. Battle for P2 and P4. Smecker falling back a bit. Brady going to try and squeeze into Kevin King. Zelazny really gave Brady a push right there. It seems to me that Zelazny might have some really good tires right now. We're starting to see it. Brady getting pretty loose. Thurston up front. How long, though? Does Thurston have what it takes to hold back Blaze Crawford? Over a long run, it didn't seem like Thurston was able to. But for 15 laps, maybe. Maybe that can happen. Does Blaze ship him? A lot will happen in due time. 15 laps to go here. Field's starting to kind of spread out here. Single file. Frankie Barossa. Thomas Meeks, by the way, a fantastic run in 13th. Very, very good job. Wasn't really there, right? Back earlier in the race, but right now in good contention to maybe fight for a top 10. Bunch of guys in the back, all pretty well beat up. Spencer Burns back here as well by himself. Battle really just comes down to back here amongst the top 10. Corey Heim in P8 now in P7. Marching through the field. Man, Anderson just plows the wall right there. No one's giving an inch, even to themselves. And Thurston still holds on to that lead. Blaze right behind him as well. Very, very neck and neck. I mean, these guys are right there. Both deserving of this win, I feel like. Both have been very, very fast. Thurston definitely on the shorter run, but Blaze in the long run. With 12 laps to go, though, I don't know. I don't know if Blaze has enough or if Thurston's just, again, right, managing that gap. Thomas Meeks goes around Angel here for P12. Angel, the stage 2 winner. Great job there by him. Corey Heim still tracking down some more drivers. Mealy right here, by the way. Awesome run in P9. Really all of Murphy Esports putting it together today in Darlington. Everyone in the top 10. Very solid effort. 10 to go here from Darlington. Everyone trying to get to the end of this race. 8 cautions in the race. A tough track, tough conditions, daytime too, right? Normally we'd be in the nighttime right now. Track is a lot more gripped up, a lot more comfortable feeling behind the wheel. That is not the case right now. Slick track conditions will definitely produce more incidents. Back at the field too, Robbins, Daryl Young. Still fighting for it. Devin Smecker a P6, but not going to last too much longer. Looks like he kind of just pulled over there for Corey Heim. Not sure if he knows Corey has a fast car, which he definitely does. He is absolutely flying right now. Corey's going to try and go for it. 3 seconds back. But can Corey get another podium finish today? Man, good stuff. Kevin King, 3rd spot. Doesn't seem like he's going to be able to get back in that win column again like he did in New Hampshire a few weeks back, but he is right there in case the top 2 have an issue. Blaze definitely on the back end now of Thurston. It seems like Thurston's car is going a little bit away from him right now. I mean, look at how close it is. He is right there. Crawford going to get a better exit right here. Kind of diamond the corner. Six laps to go for James Thurston. Can he hold off Blaze Crawford? It's not every day you can say, hey, I had to beat a Coke Series driver to win today. And that bobble right there from Crawford out of 2 might have cost him a lot. Definitely cost him a tenth and a half. Kevin King, though, again, 3rd. Brady 4th. Zelazny continues to have a great season so far. Very consistent. Corey Heim right there as well. Still about 3 seconds back, so not going to maybe catch that top 3, but a damn good run. Look at these guys back here too. All fighting for a top 10. 3 wide here. Entering turn 3. That might not work. Meeks into the wall hard. Everyone here just under a blanket. Old tires versus new tires versus let's just have this damn race end, right? A lot of these guys just wanting it to just be done. Darlington will do that to you. James Thurston still up front, 4 to go. That lead is still right there. Can Thurston hold on to it? Further on back, these guys are not giving it up. Side by side, Anderson and Frankie Barroso finally gets back into the top 10 here. Up and down day for these two. These two, again, keep in mind, first caution of the day had a speeding penalty. And right now they find themselves 9th and 10th. So really good recovery. But man, you can see the damage on the front of their cars too. Just not what they wanted. 3 to go. 2 to go here. Blaze is trying everything he can to get around. Thurston's going to give up the inside lane here. That might not be enough. Side by side, 2 to go. Blaze going to use them up. We know that. Thurston, can he hold on to it? Turn 2 is not going to be it though. Crawford loose off of the corner exit. That might be enough. Thurston comes around here. Will we get the Starch Industries 1 to go? When that happens, we know nothing can be done. Blaze Crawford, I think, used it all up. And James Thurston takes the Starch Industries 1 to go here. Nothing is in his way to get his first win of the season. And I'll tell you what, all season long, he has been knocking on the door to get his win. And it has been so close. Every single week, I feel like he is right there every single time in the top 3. Finished 3rd in New Hampshire. Finished 2nd last week in Texas. and today will finish P1 in Darlington to get the DripDropz 200 victory. Unbelievable job here for Thurston to hold off Blaze Crawford, who hard charged. Man, late race charge. Thurston just did not make any mistakes and got the job done. Awesome performance here from James Thurston. Comes around, going to get the big win today. Again, hey, no winning you're in this series, but I'll tell you what, he is going to be very excited to finally get it done. Your top 10, James Thurston, Blaze Crawford P2, Kevin King in third, Zelazny fourth, Brady fifth, Corey Hyman P6, Smecker seventh place, Phipps in eighth, Christian Angel ninth, and then Joseph Mealy in P10. Amazing job for Thurston to get his first win of the season and second overall. And hey, by the way, he is also the Mid-Season Madness tournament winner. Gets the win today, gets the win in the tournament. Man, this guy's going to be feeling damn good right now. We'll go and take a quick break, folks. Thank a couple sponsors. We'll come right back and talk to your top three. All right, folks, welcome back to the conclusion of the DripDropz 200 here from Darlington Raceway. James Thurston is your winner. We're going to go 3, 2, 1 like we always do, though. Kevin King finishes in third spot today. An awesome run. Let's see if we can track him down and bring him in. Here he is. Here he is, the man. Kevin King won a couple weeks ago in New Hampshire. Today couldn't quite do it, but a top 3 finish, man. Very, very solid effort. How do you feel?
I'm a little annoyed, to be honest with you. I felt like I had good pace, and then it all kind of just went away there. Too many short runs, too many tire strategies kind of messed things up for me. But yeah, I didn't need to start the race and way back there, hit the wall.
Yeah, that didn't help, yeah. Yeah.
Didn't help for sure, but I felt like, you know, if I could have just done my thing and just bide my time, I felt like I did, and I was quite a bit faster. I went all the way to the front, which is nice. But then when we started pitting and all that stuff happened, it just at some point the advantage you have long run doesn't really matter anymore. Tire cycles and stuff like that. So, you know, overall I think I got them good points, which is cool. I just wish it would have gone green to see how that would have played out. I think I would have been in a good spot, but all in all. Third place isn't bad. Somehow I got damaged. I think it was one of the restarts that said I had front end damage because I felt really. They just like drove away from me, and I was like, why am I like I don't feel fast? And then I pushed my damage button. It says you have front end damage. I'm like, oh, so that'll do it. Just felt way too gripped up. So, but overall I had fun. James was fast. Blaze was fast. A lot of good fun overall. It's just for me, it's a little frustrating because I just wanted to see how that played out, and unfortunately we didn't get to see it happen.
Yes, sir. I agree. But hey, that can be this track sometimes. But real quick, man, give us any shout outs you might have, friends and family, sponsors. What you got?
Yeah, I want to thank the guys, Bowie Motorsports, for allowing me to race. Appreciate those guys, Brandon, Christian, Frankie. MJ had some issues with his hardware, unfortunately. But I appreciate those guys for, testing with me last night. Was able to kind of figure some stuff out, I felt like, at least for me. But yeah, I had a good time. I enjoy the league. You guys have a lot of good drivers, a lot of good vibe. I like it. It's really cool to be around. So I appreciate all the time I can race, and of course I like racing against really good people, which you have. I love racing against people like Blaze and James and a few other guys out there that can really put on a show and kind of push me to what I can do. I feel like so. I had fun, so appreciate everyone there. Appreciate you for putting the league on, and congratulations to James for a good race. And hopefully we'll be back here shortly.
Yes, sir, man. Always a class act. We'll catch you next time, dude. Have a good night.
Thanks, buddy. Take care.
There he is, Kevin King, P3 on the day. Man, good stuff. Let's bring in Blaze Crawford if we can find him. Let's see where he is. Blaze. Here he is. Here he is. Oh, there he is. Blaze Crawford in the number 12 machine. Man, had a great run today. Led some laps. Just kind of had the long run speed, I feel like, up against Thurston maybe. Especially showed that off earlier in the race. But right there, you just couldn't quite catch him. Did you run out of tires? What happened?
Yeah, I just didn't have enough laps. I was felt like I was a lot better after 20 laps, and then that kind of showed there. I think the first move I made was like lap 20 into that run, and I clearly knew I was better than him. I'd be 2/10 back out of turn 2 and then get to his bumper out of 4. I knew that's where I was kind of beating a lot of people, but just I made that move into 1, and I knew I wasn't as good as him down there. I probably should have chose a different route on trying to pass him there in the last 2 laps. I think if I had maybe waited one more lap since I was right on his bumper on 149, I could have threw it in there and maybe got him. But it ended up not working out, and we ended up second. So
not too bad. Yeah, he had a good arc there. I feel like I was watching in 3 and 4, kind of doming the corner a little bit. It seemed like, and yeah, you were definitely gaining big time right there. But good stuff, man. P2. Give us real quick any shout outs you might have, man. Sponsors, friends, what you got?
Yeah, shout out Flag Motors, always being the best team out there. Give me a good ride in this 12. This thing looked good on the track, man. I had that long run speed like Ryan Blaney in that 12 in real life, so we'll take it. We'll take it how we can get it. Max Brady top 5. That's a good day. And Trevor in 4th. Those guys are doing real good. So shout out to them. We'll move on. We won't be here next week, but maybe in 2 weeks we'll go at it. Try to get a win this season.
Yes, sir. I'm sure it's going to come, man. Good stuff. Have a good night. We'll catch you.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Go Ravens. Go Ravens.
Alrighty, we'll bring in the winner today, James Thurston. He basically called a shot. We're going to talk to him about it in just a second. Where is he? Where's our man, James Thurston? Here he is. James Thurston, here he is. Man, you've been wanting to hear this. Congrats on the win today. Kind of called your shot, though, right? P3, then P2, and then here you are being interviewed last in P1, man. How do you feel today?
Yeah, I was actually about to say that, dude. Oh my God, it's so good to finally win a race. I got to remind myself that it's actually not my first win in this league because I won that. Exactly. I actually won that race last season at
Long Beach.
Long Beach, yeah. But yeah, different team this time around. Dude, it's so good to win the DripDropz 200. It's, I mean, I was so nervous there coming to those last few laps. I had Blaze so close to me. I thought I kept breaking away, and then he'd reel me back in, and finally he threw it down in there into 1 and 2, and he got to my left rear, and I was like, oh, he's gonna have me off at the exit here. He's gonna put me up in the wall, but he He actually kept it respectful, and I really, really, really respect that a lot. I enjoyed that racecraft very much. It's always great racing with these top level guys, and to beat them, it's really, really cool. So just thanks for the awesome racing from them, and on the sponsor side, obviously we got to thank DripDropz, Cardano, Oski, the whole 9 yards, Murphy Esports being on the car, bringing me in here. This is what they brought me in here to do, is win races.
Yeah, sure, you sure did. And right now we're actually watching the replay back of this move here out of turn 2, where Blaze kind of got loose here, and that was kind of it for you, and kind of set sail. But hey, awesome job. And hey, any day you can beat the likes of Corey Heim, Kevin King, Coke Series legend, right? Blaze Crawford, current Coke Series guy, right? A lot of guys, a lot of talent here. Very, very good day. And by the way, Mid-Season Madness tournament winner, James Thurston.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir. So hey, you got the job done. You won the race today. You won the in-season tournament. Gonna get some cash, cool trophy. Thanks to Sick Trophies, man. Good stuff coming your way. So pretty good stuff, man. You give us a shout outs, but anything else you want to say? The floor is yours, man.
I've just really enjoyed racing so far. Also with like Brandon Bowie and them. He's been so respectful around me, and I try to be super respectful around him. It's going for that mid-season madness thing this race. It was a lot of fun. It's really cool to win the race, just the whole 9 yards. I'm just really, really happy right now.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, go enjoy it. We'll see you next week from Legacy Phoenix. Some throwback race action going on. We'll catch you then, dude. Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
There he is today, the winner of today's DripDropz 200. And James Thurston, man, finally got the W in the column today. And, man, definitely earned for sure. Folks, that's going to be it from us. That has been one hell of a race, as it always is here from Darlington. Results are right there on the side of your screen. Hey, Darlington always proves to be a good one. Today, a couple more cautions than we expected, but hey, you know what? That's not too bad overall. A damn good race. A lot of strategy, a lot of cautions coming out at weird times, but all good. Next week, folks, we go to Legacy Phoenix, the old school format, or I guess a layout of the track where it has the grass in between all the the dog leg. So going to be pretty cool, pretty bumpy, and a lot of awesome throwback paint scheme. So we'll see you then, folks, next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'll catch you then. Hey, by the way, this weekend's Easter. Have a good Easter. Happy Easter. Enjoy the time with your friends, family, kids, whatever you got. I know I will be, and hope you do too. So have a good time. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.